going to come up. And after the presentation, you're going to stay standing during the consultation. Everybody. Who wants All right, get adjusted quickly because you only have 9 minutes, starting now.
Forget all the phone kids, it's all about Phonebrella.
Hello, I'm Luis. I'm the CEO, as my co-CEO Anthony, as well as CFO, and my CMO is Annette, and you'll get to see. Oh, my sales team is, for CDO is Jesus, CEO is Destiny, and CMO is Jose, and CFO as well, Destiny. Don't you just hate that you can't use your phone during the rain or shower? Phonebrella keeps your phone from getting wet while it's raining, or you're wanting to use it during the shower to get a text. It makes it capable of doing that. Teens are most likely to buy our product because I believe they get the most texts while they're taking a shower or they're walking during the day.
First time, these are our friends Larry and Sally. Larry is a 15-year-old boy who likes to play sports and uses phones to text and play games. Sally is a 14-year-old girl who loves to shop, hang out with her friends, and text. We set our price as $3 because mainly for the people who can't afford waterproof cases, like for example the OtterBox, which costs like $80 to $90, we can set a price for the parents who don't want to pay as much money. We have sold some places at like soccer tournaments and stuff like that also, and on the green at our campus, no at the gym, we had a sales presentation where we sold a couple of our products.
Buy now, get half off the second purchase you buy. The way we are going to attract people by putting on a poster on the patio.
Our competitive overview would be like those expensive waterproof cases like the OtterBox. It provides protections. It's only for iPhones. Water still hits the screen. Our competitive advantage is it protects. Not only is it for the iPhone, but it's usable for any other phones as well. It's cheap, it's handmade, and it just protects any phone from getting wet or getting caught in the sun.
27% of people wants the Phonebrella color red. 14% of people wants purple. 18% wants blue. 41% wants black. 24 out of 25 use their phone in the rain. 9 out of 25 would buy it.
Our financials, we were given $50 in our last presentation, and we've used up 20 of it so far. And we've used up, well, each product that we've made costs a total of 98 cents. We've learned a lot of things during our business. It's just things you have to do to keep up is really hard. And we've almost quit it a couple of times too, which is time. Oh, our spark skill was grit. We showed a lot of grit because we thought about quitting, getting up on our idea many times, but we all stuck together and we got through it. Don't get caught in the rain. Buy Phonebrella now. Thank you for your time. We'll be open to any of your questions.
You're going to stay, and you have 5 minutes of consultation with the judges. So stay standing, please.
Can you go back to the financial slides again, by the way? Can you sort of walk us through the details?
Well, we've used straws, bamboo skewers, thermometer pouches, and Tupperware. And it all added up to 98 cents.
So just for one Phonebrella, you can use about 98 cents per
Just
Phonebrella.
one. And if we manage to sell 10 every month, we would make a total of $30. The first month we'd make 30, second 30, third with 30, and the total would end up being 90. And the costs are all the same. And the first month, $40.20. Second, $4.20. Third month, $40.20, and our total profit would be $100.
So you're selling one Phonebrella for $3, and it takes about $1 to make one.
Yeah.
How did you arrive at the $3 price point?
Can I say again?
So how did you arrive at $3 per Phonebrella? I mean, how do you know that's the right price for this particular product?
I'm not sure about how to answer that because we really worked it out for us.
And did you ask anybody what they would be willing to pay for this device? Or?
Or yeah, we did. Most people said $3. They wouldn't pay.
That's pretty much. So you've done some consumer surveys already.
Yeah.
You have some numbers to prove that this is the right price point for the device.
So, now I'm just going to talk a little bit about presentation. So I think it's usually really difficult to not read your own slides, but it creates a disconnection between you and the audience. And I think what you want to do, this is seemingly a very fun, compelling product, and you want to continue to engage your audience, whether that's us or the people out here. So by turning around and reading slides, it basically creates that divide. So you want to let the information be what it is behind you. Again, it's really hard, and I know you guys are really nervous and you don't want to miss anything, so it's something to think about. I think the other thing that I was missing was I want you guys to demonstrate this. I want to feel kind of an emotional need for this, as opposed to you just telling me, show me, and also show me the solution that you guys came up with to solve that. And I think if you can kind of show the before and after really clearly and in an interesting way, that makes it what I call really sticky. People will remember it when they walk out of the room. So you think about not just the statistics and the information behind it. How do you use that information and connect to your audience? 5 minutes isn't really enough time to talk about that, but it's something really important to think about.
With that in mind, we have a couple more minutes for suggestions
Playing
and comments
along
you might
what
have.
he was saying, really telling a story and making the audience, really selling and telling them stories so they understand, your pain point, why you came to wanting to create, this Phonebrella. And if you have a prototype, showing it so that we can, visualize and see what you're talking about. The other thing is maybe expressing more how you're really going to market it and sell it. But overall, I think you guys did very well.
Yeah, the prototype doesn't have to be anything fancy. And for Google Glass, you guys remember that product? Yeah. They actually just used wire and Play-Doh. But the idea was just to have, the look of it. Oh, do you have something there? Awesome.
Yeah, you should hold on to this when you're presenting it, because then it makes it a lot more fun. We have a sales presentation coming up.
And I just want to point out, I think there's a little error on your slide here. I think profit should be revenue minus COGS.
Yeah, we had problems with that, so we can really update it.
Got it, okay. And I had another question. You said you talked to 25 people, right?
Yeah, we
About
should
the
have our
product?
classroom.
Okay, yeah, I was going to ask, what age were the people that you spoke with?
They were all our age.
I think you should think about interviewing people of all backgrounds, because everyone has a mobile phone, right? Whether you're young or old, and this product could be useful for more people.
And we hope everyone takes a shower.
You guys did a great job.
Yeah, believe it or not, that actually brings us to 5 minutes. So thank you very much, judges.
Presentation team, if you can stand off to the side, and then the sales team will take over.
On April 1st, we had a sales team and we sold 4, and we had 3 pre-orders without them buying the product.
So what was the market reaction like? Have you seen people using it? How do they really use it?
Well,
So how do people really use it? I mean, can you?
so like when you're in the shower, you hold it like this, or in the rain,
Yeah.
and then this right here keeps the water from being on your phone.
Okay. And have you gotten any feedback from people who used it?
Then one of the people who bought it, she said that this part should be bigger,
Yes, that's what I was thinking too.
and then this part should be like closer.
Very good.
Right. All right. And so things, sorry to interrupt you, things come out kind of like naturally when the sales team will come up. And I think that, feedback and how it went on that day is just something that the other 3 sales teams will talk about during a brief presentation. It's very brief. So if we can give them a round of applause, that would be great.
All right, so the next team up is going to be Suplack, and I was actually mistaken. It's just going to be the presentation team first, and the sales team will come up second.
Speak up. Speak up.
Just be professional.
Hi, I'm Yulene Avalos, and I'm the CEO of Suplack.
Hi, I'm Andrea Zara, and I'm the CFO of Suplack.
Hi, I'm Oscar Perez, and I'm the CDO of Suplack.
So this is our contact information in case if anyone wanted to order or place an order. So this is our organization chart, and it just tells you like what roles we all play, and yeah.
Our big statement is that students often had problems at school because they didn't have their school supplies and they didn't have their materials for school.
Alright, so our product offering is that it's cheap and it includes supplies when you buy it, and it carries all your basic needs for any class, from like a normal class to an AP class. And there's a variety of colors and the string things included. Alright, so our product is Suplack. We changed our price from 20 to 15 because students said it was too expensive. We're selling at our high school Carmont and other selling events. We're selling it to Carmont students, and our promotions are flyers, and there's like an announcement at our high school, so put in the announcements and like Instagram, Snapchat, Facebook.
So our prototype evolution. First we had a backpack, a small backpack, and we decorated with glitter and glue and paint colors. And we decided to switch this to this drawstring backpack and add imported school supplies.
So our target market are like people from 14 to 18 and genders like anybody. And where we're trying to sell again is Carmont High School and like occupations or students. And for example, there's a girl named Sally, and she's a student at Carmont, and she just always runs out of her school supplies and she can't go to the store every day. So one of her friends introduces her to the Suplack, and now she always carries her supplies with her.
Our sort of competitive advantage is that it's made of good quality and won't cause back problems because it's really small and not that heavy, and it comes with all the supplies.
Consumer research. We went around campus and we interviewed like freshmen to seniors, and they said that they all wanted more space. They wanted binders, pens, highlighters, pencils, and a notebook, and we included it.
Okay, so this is our cost. As you can see, when we sold it for 20, it was like too overpriced because it only cost $8.93 to make. So we changed it to 15. Yeah, so this is our financial projection, and this is how much everything costs, and our total came out to be $165.
So lessons we learned. We learned that collaboration is a key in our team business. We showed a lot of grit because we had deadlines and we accomplished them.
So the spark skills that we chose was grit, and we chose that because it was a big part of it. Our team, like, we came together and we all bonded, and it got us to where we are now. So we thought, and we all agreed that grit was a big part of our spark skills.
We have 5 minutes for consultation with the judges.
So the prototype's really great. It's you take a big risk when you hand it out before you present, right? So that can go any number of ways, and I think either way, it appreciate you taking the risk. One thing that can happen is you can distract people. So while you're talking, I could be playing with this interesting thing, you kind of miss the opportunity. So it's just something to be aware of.
Yeah, I really like the presentation as well. I think, in fact, that it seems like you've done a lot of research on your product. You've talked to a lot of people. You've figured out what they need and what price point. I think is really, really important for building a business. It would be nice to also talk a bit more about what else is available in the market and what price point. So, who are you competing against, right? So there are really big players like Amazon that can really do a lot of the stuff that you're doing at a lower price point. So, what is your differentiating factor? How are you special? More than just that you're cheaper, there should be something that is more value add than just money there, right?
No, it's because like our bag is unique because it comes with like all the supplies in it. And if you were to go on like Amazon, you're gonna have to like search up pencils and pens, while you can just like look up supply and it's all there.
So you know exactly what people want and you put it in the bag already. Right?
So I guess to that point, I think there would be an opportunity to make that even more clear. I think in the use of visuals is really helpful to do that. So it could be as easy as showing a picture of all the supplies and then say plus this equals something else. So make it really simple for people to kind of bridge the gap between what exists today, what their needs are, and how you're solving them.
And also think about customer support. Like if people have complaints about the product, their issues, who do they come to? That should be a big part of your business as well. Good job.
I was also curious if you spoke with teachers, because you mentioned like the required teacher list, and you never mentioned like talking to the teachers.
Well, we talked to our teacher, our build teacher, and she said she actually really liked the idea of it, but she would like it like for her kids, and they're still in elementary school. She would like something to do with elementary schools, like school supplies for them, like they have like colored crayons and stuff like that, and we didn't add that to ours. So she said she would like something like that.
I guess my question is more like how are you going to make sure you have, in addition to the student needs, that you're also supplying what the teachers ask for? Like, are you getting the list also from the professors or? Just curious.
So like, I mean, like, if like a teacher is gonna be like everything like a school, like a student would need like paper and stuff. So paper and like pencils are already in that. So
I thought you guys did a great job presenting. Just an idea. You guys should go down to the like Office Max over here and ask them if you let them stick a little flyer in your Suplack, if they'll give you a discount on the materials.
And also, one thing real quick, I liked how each of you talked. It was really nice to, I felt like you guys really, you didn't just talk about collaboration, but you showed it. So I think that was really good.
I also love the contact information. If I want to ever email.
Yeah, we have another minute if you have anything, but that's great too.
Again, I'm a big fan of pictures, and you talked about process. So you said, oh, we tried a bunch of things, and so that makes me have to imagine what that is. But you get to control what that story is, and you can do that through imagery to help tell the story. So I'd love to see the picture of that backpack with that's been bedazzled or something like that. And I'm not sure what you did with it, but again, it's just a really quick way for people to understand it, understand the process.
And have you guys thought about maybe having bags with different items in them, not having all of them the same, just because every student is different?
We actually didn't think about that, to be honest.
but like some students when we try selling it, they want like different pieces of it. So we could like sell it like they don't want like the pencils or something.
I think overall, though, you guys did really great. Great teamwork.
All right, presentation team, if we could wait here, and sales team. You guys can wait over here.
So from our selling event on Thursday, we sold one backpack to a teacher. So we sold it for $20, but there was a problem with other students saying that it was too expensive. So we lowered the price to $15, but it was originally $20 because we thought like, oh, you can just take out a $20 bill and it'll be easy like that, but it was too expensive.
So we changed the price because the kids wanted the backpack only and some wanted only the binder and the notebook. So they were like, well, what if I just buy that? And we're like, oh, it's all included in one. And they're like, oh, so they didn't want to buy it. And when the presentation was over, we talked about it and we were thinking about, and to improve it, we were thinking about just selling different parts of the backpack, like the backpack itself and what's inside of it in separate and like packs. And they were like, so if you get the whole pack, we like take out $2 of the total price.
Yeah, and we had like a really fun experience selling at the quad. All of our members collaborated, like our other team, they brought all the people in, and we were pitching with me, Camille, and Jordan, couldn't make it today. And everything was really fun and a great experience.
Thank you, ladies.
Thank you so much.
All right, next up we have Color Shield. Presentation team only to start.
Alright, so this is
Forward. And then this is after side.
Oh, hi, this is Luis Ramos.
Hi, this is Stephanie Ortiz.
Hi, this is Anamara Flores.
Hi, this is Vera Patel.
And we are Color Shield. Your safety is sealed with Color Shield. Do you know what you're drinking? Do you care? According to the Australian Drug Foundation, most drink spiking victims are women. About 50% of them are the under age of 24, but it could happen to anyone.
Our product Color Shield is a nail that detects alcohol once dipped in it. Color Shield is a nail with a test strip that changes color from white to blue once dipped in alcohol.
This is our manufacturing process. First, we collect the materials, then we cut off the testing strip. We put glue on the back of the test strip, and then we place the test strip on the back of the nail. This is our product. It comes in a little bag. There are 15 nails, and what happens is that when a girl wants to go to a party, they put on their nails, and then if they think that their drink might have been spiked, they put their nail inside of the drink and then leave it out for like a minute. And when they take it out, they check if it changed colors, so if there was alcohol or not.
Our primary target market of our course, girls, ages 16 to 30. Hobbies usually going to parties, having fun with a friend, and most possibly to be living in an urban area.
So our persona is females ages 14 to 21 that are mixed race and mostly middle class. They live in apartments, family would be small, and motivation is protection. We would sell them at schools, drugstores, and salons. And our promotions will be flyers, also social media pages such as Instagram and the Color Shield Facebook and Twitter page.
We will be using Instagram, Twitter, Facebook as social media networks. And we will also use posters around our school to promote our product. Our product costs $13, but if you buy two, you get one for $7.
This is our competitive overview. Our competitors are Undercover Nails, Accountable Care Solutions, which are the test strips, and fake nails. Undercover Colors is a nail polish which, if you put your nail in the drink, it changes color if there are drugs. But however, many claim it doesn't work. The test strips are just simple test strips, and the fake nails are regular nails.
Our consumer features is that many girls wanted different kind of nail types, figures. We surveyed over 20 girls in our school, in our target range. Many of the girls don't want to use fake nails, and some suggested using bracelets or rings as other things. And many girls said they were willing to pay $10 to $15.
So our COGS are, one unit to make all this is $9.24. So our product is $13, and for 1 unit, our profit will be $4.70. And at the 5th unit that we sell, that will be our break-even point.
We have added 5 extra placement nails with the test strips on it, so there will be 10 in total. The 5 nails have the test strips, and the promotion is buy 2, get 1 for $7.
Thank you for your time, and now we will take questions.
That was a really good presentation. Thank you for that. Just one question from me. How do you sell this? Is it going to be an online store? Will it be through retail shops or pharmaceutical shops? Or how do you sell this?
Mostly shops that care, mostly beauty products or drugstores, because
Okay. And have you spoken to any of them whether whether the target market comes to these shops to buy other things? Okay.
Have you guys thought about marketing to parents?
Yes. because they would want to also protect their children. And so right now we haven't tried to sell to them, but we are planning to.
So, how big do you think the market for this is? Like, do you think a lot of people that you would propose this idea to would want to buy this, or do you think there is a certain situation only which when this product becomes useful?
Basically, a certain situation, because we don't want to get, entering spikes without so.
So it's mostly in your entire segment is people who end up going to places where they might have run the risk of getting a spike trade. Yeah.
So how did you guys decide to do this idea?
So we were just sitting down, just throwing up ideas or whatever, and then we just came up with Color Show, like, oh yeah, drink spiked alcohol. So really,
We wanted to come up with a product that would help girls and like protect them from harmful situations.
So I really like that. I think it's tough to take on, to really find and solve problems like this. And yeah, there's a couple of solutions out there, I think, but it can always be better. And unfortunately, it is a problem. And I think to identify that as a real need and a problem that has multiple audiences, right? So multiple audiences being hosts of parties, parents, and the teens. I think you guys did a great job of just identifying the right problem to go after, and then an interesting solution.
I had no idea what this would be, but is there a product that would be useful for guys too?
Probably like rings or bracelets.
Yeah, that's what we were trying, because not many girls would wear nails too. So that's what we did in our survey. So that's what we're trying to do: rings or bracelets, with anything of that would still detect it.
And did you say there are some products out there that do this already?
Yes. Yeah, but it's mostly like drugs and
But they don't detect alcohol?
No.
Okay. Well, yeah, I think, as Jeff said, I think it's cool that you're tackling this problem. It's an important problem, so good job.
I think the one thing that I would add, while your presentation is really good, and I think you covered a lot of the important aspects of what would it take to make a good business out of this. You may want to focus a bit more on the financials. When you talk about break-even point, it would be great to show it visually. At what number do you actually break even? After that, what is the scope of growth? What kind of growth do you expect to see from the product sales, and so on and so forth. So if you can design one single graphic that shows a graph where you can see, you can show clearly where your revenue is equal to your costs and you're breaking even, and then how much more upswing you can get in the business, that's really useful. But overall, I think those are really good.
I also like the presentation. I guess I would also like to see more of your, scientific process. And also I was curious, what quantities of alcohol would you actually be able to detect?
Great,
Yeah.
thank you. Thank you. Right over here. Sales team.
Hi, my name is Melissa and I'm the CEO.
My name's Giovanni, I'm the CEO.
On April 2nd, we sold 2 units of our packed nails at Sequoia at the Quad. And our team did a great job by all being there and bringing customers in.
Well, something we could have done better is we could have been more confident with the product. And we could have also got more customers.
Well, there wasn't much of our target range at Sequoia, so we couldn't really sell, but we actually sold 2, and that we were just planning to advertise and just get people to know about it, but we actually sold 2 for $13.
have your picture made, and then our final group will be Clip It. If your presentation team could come up. Who would like the power?
Hello, my name is Kazi Poa, and I am the Chief Executive Officer.
Hi, my name is Oliver Lahal. I'm the Chief Design Officer.
Hello, my name is Yael Jimenez. I'm the Chief Financial Officer.
Hello, my name is Samar, and I am the Chief Design Officer.
Our group is called.
So this is our organizational chart, and as you can see, we have 2 CEOs, 2 CFOs, 2 CDOs, and 1 CMO. And our mentors really help us out with keeping our group in check to make our business a success. So the problem is that earbuds fall out consistently, and like if you're working out or with professional purposes, earbuds can fall out if you're like talking or something.
Our earbuds, our ear clips keep your earbuds in place, and they save you time, so you don't have to continue to put them back in.
We surveyed people and we asked them questions at like what colors would they like, whether they use earbuds and whether they fall off. And we surveyed people from the senior Abbott class, the Sequoia High School Library, and Mr. Cobra's class.
About 80% of people said yes, they have problems with their earbuds falling down all the time.
So when we researched, we found out that people do struggle with having their earbuds fall out, and that some of the preferred colors that they wanted were green, blue, red, and purple. And when we did survey, some of the most of them selected the price of $2.
This is Jake. He goes to Sequoia. He enjoys running. He's on the track team. He always has to stop to put his earbuds back in because they continue to fall out. He was very frustrated, but when he encountered our problem, he was satisfied.
Wait, Oliver, Jake is not the only person that has encountered our product. Our product is simply an ear clip that keeps your earbuds in place. Our product also comes in different colors.
This is how our product has evolved. We have evolved by test and trial, and we made our product thinner, as you can see from here. Yeah, that was before. And we made it feel better on your ear than it was before.
Our product is very affordable, it's easy to carry around, and it comes in different colors.
Our clip is, we're selling it at $3, and we sold at the sales event at Sequoia, and we promote our product by putting signs around the school, using Instagram and tags so people will see it.
We have made an Instagram, and we have recently reached over 100 followers, and we have also made an Ask a Fam if anyone has any questions about our product.
Our primary target market are 10 to 25 because they are most active music listeners. Our secondary target market is 26 to 60 because they're not as active, but they use more professional purposes.
Our cogs are 60 cents in total, and they come with a label, a bag, and our clips. Yeah.
So our operating costs for business cards would be around $18 for 250 cards, so we can market it.
But we sold 11 units, but we plan to sell 25 and then we plan to sell 55 units in April, and by May we plan to sell another 55. So in total it will be 135 with $324 profits.
We got $212 from the VC funding.
We bought $93 worth of plastic, and we also bought a $6 file so we could to get rid of the excess filament, and we also bought a $18 worth of business cards so we can hand out to people, which consists of 250 business cards.
So our break-even point would be 71 units, and throughout the 3 months, we plan to sell 135 units.
We learned how to divide our work better and spend time more efficiently.
Some of the spark skills that helped our business become better would be collaboration and communication, because without these, we wouldn't be as a successful business. We wouldn't have our prototype, we wouldn't have our product without this, and it really helps and gives us a more upper edge on some of our competitors.
Thank you for listening to our presentation. We'll now take any questions.
Is anyone else out there in the markets trying to solve this problem?
Yeah. They were called eBuds, and they were very expensive, and they didn't have a variety of different colors. And we only have 2 colors here, but 3 colors. But we made we have a purple and blue. Yeah, we have more colors coming in the future.
Can you show us how it works?
I have them on right now. Yeah, and then so they go in your ear over here, and then. Sorry. And then this is the one without it. And then, like, if I were running, this one would probably most likely fall out. And then this one would, since it's over here, it's stay in. Yeah. You guys want to see some? And then that's the packaging it comes in.
I just turned 26 and I'm still very active. I'm just kidding. I thought you guys did a great presentation. I liked how you showed the evolution of the prototypes. That was really cool to see. How do people buy it? Is it online or in stores? Or?
We were thinking about selling online, but currently we just sell it around our school.
Cool. Yeah, I think the idea is great, and I often have this problem of my earbuds falling off. It's a really big pain to put it back in the gym. I think two comments. One, is there a way to make that plastic a bit softer on your ear? It seems like it's hard plastic. But I know this might increase your costs, but
well, we're making it in a 3D printer, so we just have to what's it called have a higher quality on the 3D printer. Like we have to put it so right now we're putting medium quality, which isn't bad, but if we use higher quality, it would use more plastic, which would decrease how much we have left.
so you could basically have your base offering at a lower price point, but not as expensive plastic, and you can have a high premium offering for more advanced, more I guess richer customers who can pay more for better quality of plastic and easier ears. The other question I had was around your price point. I think most of your users tend to want to have a price point of $2, but you seem to have used $3. Why did you choose that price point?
When we gave them the survey, a lot of them chose four also, but we had no three. We didn't have $3 as an option, so we just assumed they wanted around $2 to $4. So we just
okay. And the last point for me is that you seem like your product is good, and you are buying business cards that can help sort of market it. Typically what I would love to see as a VC is that you're spending as little money on things that are not core to your company as possible. So I would take that money out of the marketing fund and move it into your product development fund, and just use free marketing channels now. They have a lot of stuff that you can do for free to get initial word out and get a lot of publicity without having to spend any money on it.
I think the unfortunate thing for me as a designer is it points to the fact that you're trying to fix somebody else's problem, that headphones or earbuds aren't designed really well to start with. So I think that's the key. It's an interesting thing to think about is why not just design better earbuds? Right? So this is a really nice quick fix, and I think for you guys it's perfect. But thinking kind of aspiring to something bigger. Hopefully, we won't have problems like this to solve in the future by having people really think about design from the beginning, so products don't have to get fixed by people like yourselves in the end. But I think it's a really great solution. And by the way, if you want to do a little more research, they do 3D print rubber. So you can, just think about different, to the point over here is different, a tiering strategy for low cost or medium or premium as well.
And it looks like they might be good acquisition targets for a larger consumer. So I think it's a good market to be in.
Yeah.
Yeah, great job. I think these were a nice touch. And I agree with him in terms of, spending your marketing dollars elsewhere. I think just from your persona, targeting groups like, the track team, they run a lot, they, use headphones. So focusing on groups that can really help spread the word and use word of mouth to save your marketing dollars.
And I think it's important to get this to work really well when you put it on, because you want to convince people like, hey, this is so easy. Okay? And so just to kind of practice that enough to feel like it's a seamless thing. So yeah, but again, I think it's these are invaluable. I think really, really important, and I appreciate you showing the evolution as well. It gives us more insight into all the work you've put into it instead of just telling us. I think it's really helpful. So nice work.
It's been all the time we have for
Okay, product team, we can wait over here, and sales team.
I've been having some form. I have a 133 there. You guys want to change that scan to different colors? So my name is Phonebrella, and I'm the co-CEO with Causing.
And I'm Rocio Cortez, and I'm Chief Marketing Officer. I'm Jocelyn Domingo Reynoso, and I'm the Chief Financial Officer.
And our most recent selling event was in our Sequoia High School's quad, and we sold April 2nd, and we made a total of $31. We sold 11 units, and out of the 19 units that we had produced.
Something that went well is telling of customers that it did work, such as me running for like one end to another, showing them that our product did work. I could do it right now to demonstrate. Would you like me to run? I'm almost like running out every time to show our customers that it actually worked. It's pretty easy to put on, except my Samuel doesn't have experience putting it on.
One thing we can improve on is by getting more customers.
To the table.
We also plan on making, hopefully, different sizes, because there's big ears, there's small ears. So that's one thing we would like to fix. And we're also most likely going to keep enhancing it, like all the little tweaks, in the clip. We want to get rid of those and make it even better. That's it.
Thank you. Join your team so you can get a picture made real quick. And mentors, if you can join as well. If you finish up your consultation, I'll talk with you and we're just going to wait for the other team to come back in.
Oh, yeah. If you guys are going to select whatever you did. It was something. They get it.
We're going to go back
You gotta get that in your promotion. That's how you gotta start all.
All right, great job, everybody. If I can get your attention for just 1 or 2 more minutes. First of all, awesome job. I would like you all to give yourselves a round